So in this video, we're going to have a look at an exam question involving z-scores and confidence interval of the mean. So we'll pull out our key information as always. So this first paragraph is fine, nothing particularly useful in it, it's just a word guessing game. But we see here, so they tell us approximately normally distributed, so I know empirical rule applies, z-scores, everything like that is normal. There's a mean of 3.87 and its standard deviation of 0.36. Players selected at random, and then our question, find the probability that this player has a score of less than 3.5. So we're being asked to find the probability that the x value is less than 3.5. So we need to convert that to a z-score. So in your log tables, it's x minus mu over your standard deviation. The x value is 3.5. Our mean is 3.87, and our standard deviation then from the question is 0.36. So we're going to sub into our formula now. So we have z is equal to 3.5 minus 3.87 all over 0.36. Into your calculator, we're going to end up with a negative number, but that's fine. We'll deal with that in a minute. So 3.5 minus 3.87 over 0.36 will give me minus 0. We'll write out the full decimal first and then round lots of sevens. And then an 8. So z is equal to minus 1.027. Okay, so probability then that z is less than, because the score was less than 3.5, which we've now converted to a z-score. So it's less than minus 1.027 is the same as 1 minus the probability that z is less than minus 1.027. We're still caught on signs. Hold off this for a second. We're still caught on signs. So it'll be the probability that z will change our sign, and that changes the inequality, is greater than 1.027. And we don't figure out greater than, so it'll be 1 minus the probability that z is less than 1.027. So we're going to go to our log tables here. Main column then, we're looking for 1.027. I haven't copied them in here for this video, but just have your log tables open. So that's 1 minus, and on your log tables you'll get 0.8485 into your calculator, and you'll get 0.1515, and then just at the end, so the probability that the score is less than 3.5 is equal to 0.1515 or 15.15%. Okay, that's the first one answered, so 10 marks. And our second one here then, so we have a random sample of 64 players. Okay, so mean score 3.74, and then a local newspaper claims that Galway players have a different mean score to players in Ireland. Use the information about the sample to construct. Here we go, so a 95% confidence interval. It'll always be 95% for the mean score of all Galway's players, that's fine. And they tell us use the standard deviation of 0.36. So the minute I've seen a 95% confidence interval, I know that it's x bar, so my means, the sum of the means plus or minus 1.96. It's our standard formula for a 95% confidence interval, and then this is your standard error. Okay, and we fill in what we know and what we work out then. So our mean is 3.74, standard deviation 0.36, and then for n, they told us there were 64 players. Okay, so we'll set up this interval, so it'll be 3.74 minus, always subtract first, standard deviation is 0.36 over root 64. That's going to be less than or equal to our mean, less than or equal to 3.74, and the second time we add it, so 1.96 times 0.36 over root 64. Okay, and into our calculator, minus, so you'll have 1.96, put in your brackets and we have 0.36 over root 64. That gives me 0.0882 less than or equal to our mean, and then this time we're going to add it, so it'll be 3.74 plus 0.0882 into your calculator then, and we'll get 3.6518 less than or equal to the mean less than or equal to 3.8282, and that's our 95% confidence interval constructed. And 10 marks for that question again, and that's us done.